Hello and welcome here to the Moog grandmother. Now what I want to show you here today is that this does not contain presets. It's as 70s as it can get. Um, you just make a sound on the fly. The panel is what it is. So what Moog give you, or Moog, is these little patch sheets where you can dial in certain things, give them certain names and whatnot, and all the stuff that you do while you're playing it. I don't know. So you get a load from Moog, and there was a load on when it came out. There was a load of like artists that did, so many patches for it already. But I'm just going to run through a couple of them, just show you how easy it is really. I don't know if you can see this very well. There's certain ranges set here and whatnot, the envelopes. So I'm just going to go through this. This one's called Harmy Bass. I don't know why I called it harmonic bass, maybe. I don't know. So let's just do this then. We'll set the rate here first. Saying it should be about halfway in here somewhere. We're going to affect the cutoff amount by a wee smidgen up here somewhere. Full on pulse width here. And it's going to be a sine wave of some sort. There you go. Mod wheel from 50% to 100. So we'll just set the mod wheel there at 50 at the moment. Then the two oscillators are both down. We've got a square in the first, saw in the second, and we've got a little bit of detune as well. Hence the different harmonies. We're going to set this midway, 50%. We're going to set oscillator 2 to 40% or something. There's no noise, there's no attenuation, no high pass. The filter is set down here somewhere. We've got a little bit of envelope amount in positive mode, and a little bit of resonance as well. So sorry, talking away from the microphone here. And then we've got the envelope. So the switch is set over, not to drone, to envelope. Then we've got the release of it. We've got the decay of it. No attack. And then, sustain about here. So, it should sound like this. And it says to use the mod wheel, so sort of growls a bit, doesn't it? So yeah. So there's one patch done. So let's try the next one, shall we? But what we have to do first is just set everything back to how it was. So the next one, here we go. We've got, I don't know what I was calling it at the time. I don't know if you can see that, wet LFO drone. Yeah. It says as well here that the full reverb should be on full, but if I just give you a sawtooth, where's the envelope? The spring has gone, I don't know, something's happening here. It's still taking in audio, but there's no echo, as you can hear. But I do have reverb on the mixer. Where are we? So we can get some reverb going. It does say full wet reverb, but we'll turn that off for now. So this one involves patches, but first I'll set the knobs. It's really slow. LFO, as slow as it can go. We've got full on pitcher mounting against it and full on filter modulating the filter and the pitch with a square. Interesting. I don't remember doing this, but and then we've got both the oscillators set to bottom range. Again, we've got some change of pitch in oscillator 2. Now the first one is a saw and the second one is a triangle. And we're going full on volumes here, no noise. We've got some attenuation, so I'll just set the level of the attenuator first before we plug it in. There's no filter, but we'll get to that in a second, because once you start dropping down the filter, it will modulate like crazy. There's no envelope going to it, so we don't need to worry about that, but we do want some nice amount of resonance. And then the envelope, we've got a bit of decay, a bit more release, full on thingy, and it goes into drone mode. So, but let's do the patches first. Hold on a sec. Right then. So let me get this right. Look at this with my glasses. So we're taking the wave out of this into the attenuator, and then from the output of here into the mult. So the mult allows us to go to more than one location. For example, in this patch we go from here into the pitch of oscillator 2. Sorry for these cables getting in the way. And then we go out of another channel into the cutoff of the filter. Now it says to set the glide at 9 o'clock. That's down here. And then we go into drone mode. So that's what the attenuator does. Oh, there you go. Let's get the mod wheel going, shall we? Listen to that. That's the square wave. So when it drops down, the square, and goes up, and then it'll drop down again. So a bit crazy, this one. You can back off the modulation. And speed it up. Yeah, so there you go. Go to the negative. Yeah. So yeah, that's preset number 2. Okay, so number 3, I think we might just leave it here after this one. So I just want to give you a quick example of what you do with these things. So this one's called square pulse width modulation delay. Adjust the rate to taste. Mod wheel just above 50%. Okay, so let's do that first. Then we've got the rate up here, about there. Affecting the cutoff amount by 3/4. pulse width by just over 50%. Now I've set the waveform, even though it's, oh, that's it, the oscillators are square, so that's it. Okay, so we've got a pulse. So it's sawtooth, LFO, we've got a square and a pulse. No change in pitch. This one is 16 feet. That's the same pitch as the second oscillator, and then we're going to turn this up by a little amount there. Turn this up by a little amount there. No noise again. Cut off about halfway. No envelope at the moment, though there should be some. No resonance because that is set to. So it is. The VCA mode is set to envelope, which is generally the filter. So, and we have got some action on the envelope here, and it's telling me to move between this range while I'm playing. Yeah, so what have we got? There you go. It's just that delaying sound. Right, so adjust the LFO to taste. So just playing in there. There you go. It's a nice little delaying patch. Yeah, and that's the Moog grandmother. Yeah, you can, you know, I did that some time ago, and then I can just recall it virtually in the same way. Sad that my spring reverb's gone, but I'll have to have a look at that. I don't know what that's about. See, now it rises up, which is quite a cool thing. Nice. Okay, take it easy, folks. Thank you.